everyone, Seth the Mad Dok here from the producer's desk, the editor's desk. You might be noticing that the voice you're hearing does not line up with the man on the screen. Well, that's because I made a critical error during the recording process, an amateur error, and did not record my microphone. But I didn't want to stop you folks from hearing from our lovely guest this week, so I'm going to do my very best to turn this into a scuffisode so that you can still enjoy our lovely guests. So thanks for tuning into this episode of Warp News Showdown. You won't be seeing this on Wargames Live. It's not good enough for Joe's channel, but it is good enough for my own personal channel. I have some illustrious guests back on the show this week, plus a newcomer. Excited to have them on, but for folks that haven't seen the show before, I, Seth, will ask the most hard-hitting questions in the community's mind. My lovely, illustrious guests will do their best to answer them, and then I will award points. Fortunately, I was able to record the sound effects for the points, so you'll get to hear that at least. But I'll be doing my best to kind of fill you in with whatever lovely banter I came up with during the show. See you guys in a bit.
Hello, guest.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, and our first guest this week is going to be returning star and previous winner, Tech Priest Dicky. What shows have you actually not been on at this point, Tech Priest Dicky?
All of them, I think, at this point. Not Stat Check,
Not
though.
Stat
I
Check.
haven't worked on Stat Check. Yeah.
And to my upper left is Francois, a returning member of Canhammer, and at this point, the second chair of Warp News.
Every time you have me on, I gain a 1% ownership share of your show.
Oh, no.
You can have 1% of nothing. That's what I make doing this show.
Our
And to my left is new guest, Anthony Vanella of StatCheck and Team America, and he is joined today by his executive producer, Pickles.
Yes, she's the most important member of the team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Anthony, as the newcomer to the show, as is tradition, you will be the first guest to answer a question. Are you ready for that?
All right.
Well, getting right into it, the Emperor's Children are kind of fresh on everybody's mind, and with the release of Fulgrim on the horizon, I wanted to know if you were to cast Fulgrim as a character in the production of Beauty and the Beast, what character would he be and why?
He is definitely, without a doubt, Gaston.
Oh, yeah. That's
Easy money.
easy money.
Yeah.
Tech Priest Dicky, you're up next.
Yeah. So, is this going to be boring if we all answer the exact same answer?
No, you just can make a better explanation.
No, that was a great answer. Good job, Anthony. I'll keep Team America happy from now as a Team Canada. Okay, so
That's right.
where do I think he would be Belle's dad. That guy was crazy, right? He was like completely insane. Yeah, he was insane.
He
That
was
makes
only
sense.
allegedly insane, right? Like, they
Yeah.
thought he was crazy. Mm.
Yeah, lock that guy away. He was clearly crazy.
All right, Francois, you're up next. Beauty and the Beast and Fulgrim.
No, they're both wrong. He would obviously play Lumière, the chandelier, the talking chandelier, because he's the brightest of them all.
Oh.
It got
By the candelabra or whatever.
Hey, we did it.
Francois wasn't aware that he was going to have to know his Disney lore to get some points on this show. All right. All three of you have a good sense of the community. If you know their wants, their needs, even their hopes and dreams, potentially. The LVO preview is coming out after we record the show, so you're going to need to use your powers of insight on this next one. With the preview coming out on Thursday, what is the thing that the community has been yearning for and dreaming for, but ultimately they didn't get to see at the preview, and they were a little let down by GW?
Oh, this is simple. This is so simple. So GW, everyone wants a roadmap, right? Right, guys? We want a roadmap. We want to know what's happening. GW will not give us a roadmap. There's no roadmap here. All they're gonna do is show a weird grainy image and go, figure it out. And then that's gonna be what we're gonna have to figure out.
Do you think they're going to use that silly voice?
I'll talk to Mark Brandt and maybe he'll do that voice for us.
All right, Francois, you're next. How will the community be let down by the preview?
Okay, what's going to happen is we all really want Emperor's Children reveals. But there was a bit of a problem a couple of weeks ago, and someone accidentally got shipped a Death Guard character. And so GW has to scramble and figure they're going to show the Death Guard character first, and everybody is going to be disappointed by that.
Yeah.
They won't be let down because they're still getting Emperor's Children.
I hope so. I want them.
All right. This one is quite easy because they put a big AdMech Thanatar looking robot in one of the previews. And they were like, dude, there's no heresy reveals. So Thousand Sons players everywhere are greatly hopeful that their army might have a shred of something interesting in it. Or even perhaps AdMech could have something. And it will be neither, and it will be some Sigmar model. And that's going to be the rug pull at the 1 yard line.
The robot Sigmar model is perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's going to be a dwarf
A
golem.
dwarf
Yeah,
mechanized robot.
I believe at this point I make some form of Skyrim reference. That
See?
Anthony riffs
See?
off of.
I should get points for that. You were disappointed.
No.
And then, of course, Anthony loses points for asking for points. All right. LVO attracts players from across North America and around the world. There are several prominent non-North American international players making the trip over to this continent for the event. Which one of these players do you think is going to be humbled by the almighty and powerful North America meta? Francois, you're up.
Well, I kind of want it to be Nassim because Nassim has said some very impolite things about the American and North American meta, and he's coming in with Guard, which is an army that I cannot stand. So I'm going to go for, I hope that Nassim Fushane loses round 1.
My thing with Nos is that he doesn't count as a North American player because he can't win events in other places.
That's right.
So he can only win events in the US, so he is by definition a North American player. I think the great disappointment is going to be Innis because I'm already disappointed that he's playing Blood Angels with no Blood Angels. Innis, why do you hate me specifically? Terrible, truly awful, embarrassing, and I hope this airs while you're about to play in the finals.
What's the worst? Is it losing in the shadow round is the worst because
he
you
makes
have to
it-
play?
Yeah, if Innis makes it to the finals, he wins the ITC, I think is the math.
Oh,
So
we can't
if
have
you-
that.
if he loses in the semis, I think is where it's maximal pain.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I forgot the question. I was talking too much. This is a classic Dickie move. Okay, so there's a lot of Canadian people coming. Are we considered North Americans? You guys are taking us over at some point anyway, right? So
We're going to be
Yeah,
the 51st state. That's
51st
what I heard
state.
last week.
Okay. So I think John Quinnell from Grim After Dark is gonna do really well at the event. He's gonna go to the shadow round. I'm telling you right now.
And this is where I have to remind Dickie that John Quinnell is not
He's from
international.
Scotland originally. This
It's
is
impressive
kind
how
of-
you got it wrong in 2 different ways.
Really disappointed in Dickie. There's no proof that John Quinnell is
You're not
actually
wrong.
from Scotland.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
No one's ever proven
He
that.
keeps telling me that. I don't know.
All right, on to our next question. Due to the size
All
of
right.
LVO, FLG has chosen to use 3 different terrain systems, WTC, GW, and their own terrain format, thus allowing us for once to have a battle between all 3 systems. In a world where there would be a
Okay.
totalitarian dictatorship of terrain, which terrain format would reign supreme and why? And of course, I line this question up just so perfectly that Anthony is going to be the one taking it away because Anthony has never had a strong opinion about terrain ever.
Well, CNS,
Hmm.
they sell all of them. I don't have the easy capitalism out that I would normally go for when it pertains to this question in this environment. So I'm going to have to go with surprise, bitch, whatever one's the most expensive.
Hey! Probably WTC, I would imagine. right?
Surely, yeah. It comes with
Yeah.
like 8 pieces. It's pre-painted. It's the most ruins. It's a beautiful set.
Oh man, what's the table on the finals gonna be? It's gotta be Frontline Gaming Trade, right?
It's gonna be the sisters table on someone's.
It's going to be GW terrain.
Really?
I mean that actually. I mean, it depends on what mysterious figures from GW leadership not hinting at anyone in particular, are there, because then almost certainly it'll be GW in the top, right?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
And this is where Dickie forgot that he actually has to answer the question, and I had to remind him to answer the question.
I'm clearly with that stupid orc terrain, right? That's gotta win. Literally no one likes it, and it's everywhere. Exactly. If you own it, I don't know. Do you put it on the table? Do you burn it into a crisp? I don't know. I can't stand the orc terrain. I'm sorry.
I think if you had to fight someone with the orc terrain, you could do pretty well.
Oh yeah, I like the boomerang it. Yeah.
So I own a frontline sister stable, and I started assembling it with all like the glue and everything. And after like an hour, I abandoned it completely because it was only about 1/10 of the way done. It took way too long. It was a giant pain in the ass. It looks pretty. It's beautiful, pre-painted and everything, but it's still in about like 17 million pieces on a shelf in my garage, and it will probably be there until I die, and then my children will be stuck with it. So clearly that one.
It's an heirloom terrain piece.
And Francois taking the lead.
How am I an elite?
All right, Tech Priest, Dickie, you're up.
Yeah. Oh, great. You didn't seem happy about saying that. Do you like get some more pump? Like, get happy about this. You're calling me.
I'm still hurt from the many times you have left me over the years.
Okay, great. Okay, tell me the question before I forget. Oh, jeez, you killed me off.
GW has continued a tradition of releasing new rules or FAQ right after the cutoff of LVO, throwing the meta into chaos.
Yeah.
With the changes hot on everyone's mind, why did GW find it necessary to nerf Star Shatter after we had all figured out it wasn't the most broken detachment? And why haven't they done anything to stop the nonsense of giving Blood Angels +1 to wound without Blood Angels models in the detachment?
I thought it was pretty good. Okay, so I guess GW doesn't listen to Art of War, I guess, because they've been saying it's crap for I don't know how long. I know when I played into it, it beat my ass, so I can. that tells me it's like okay, I guess. I don't know, why do they do this? I don't think they care. I think they just put out things when they want to. It's probably the reason. No, I'm helping you out. Also, like they added a couple like CP stratagems, and of course their reactive move bullshit is not as great. Whatever. It's a stupid detachment, and no one should play it anyway.
And there goes Dickie losing a chunk of points because he doesn't even listen to the full question.
I don't understand. I'm going to be honest. Probably because they read that Goonhammer article that said that there had been 17 billion games of Star Shatter and the win rate was too high. And then they decided to preemptively nerf it or rapidly nerf it and then didn't have time to realize that actually it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it shoots really hard, but you know what you can do is hide behind walls and then it's mostly okay. And once you charge them all over the place, they kind of just die because that's what Necrons can do. And I wish they had nerfed Bridgehead instead.
They should have, actually.
That's worth the point. Yeah,
you're not wrong. Yes, that's good.
I think that the Star Shatter nerfs were probably unwarranted.
What?
And I think that avoiding losing to them is quite easy with a little bit of practice.
No practice.
And I'm
going to be honest, I have no idea what I said here.
And I think that I think that if I find out if any of my Team USA boys have lost to Star Shatter, I'm gonna give them a talking to.
Yeah.
There are a fair amount of you boys at the event. Do not be
don't lose
L's
to Star Shatter.
Buff orcs. That's all.
What about Blood Angels +1 to wound, Anthony?
I think that that's definitely an oversight, but I think that it is not actually that big of a deal. As much as it is silly, it is just not the best way to run that army even still. So
it doesn't seem like a great rules combination when you have to put the FAQ of how you can use it in the title of your list, Innis.
It's stupid. You know?
Okay, answer me this though. Why didn't they nerf the Orc Warboss on his giant motorcycle joining commandos?
Because it's not good.
It's not
and it's
good, but
also
it does.
cool
It
as
makes no
fuck.
sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's got the quiet bike, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
He's got a giant muffler on the thing. Big muffler.
It's electric. Clearly.
Yeah,
It's electric.
it's a green.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gone green, dude.
Yeah, man.
It makes sense.
It does.
All right, if my math is correct, this LVO marks the second year that we've had 10th edition, I think. That means that the slow march of time has continued forward towards the end of 10th edition with still a ton of codexes to come out this year. Which faction will be left out of a codex release this year and ultimately be relegated to having their codex out for only a few months before the inevitable drop of 11th edition coming in the summer of 2026?
It's going to be Drukhari because recent events have shown that GW doesn't seem to like Ridvin Martinez Scary
Oh.
specifically
Not very nice.
because they keep nerfing his beloved Void Raven bombers over and over again. He keeps taking them, by the way, and he keeps killing my Space Marines with it. It's very upsetting, you see. So it's definitely going to be Drukhari. I'm sorry, Drukhari fans.
Really, Drukhari. That sucks.
All right, Anthony, who's going to get left in the dust?
I mean, it's a little bit cheating, but demons, surely, right? Like, are demons even gonna get a book, dude? They just got so many detachments. I don't know, man. I would not want to be a demon player right now.
Again, Path
wrong.
said something
You're
witty.
wrong.
Current Seth can't think of anything at this moment.
Yeah.
What road?
But if you own 18 Fiends, it's an okay time to be a demon player right now.
Is it?
Tech Priest Sticky, you're up next.
Okay, so we can't say demons because they're just not getting a codex. So they're not getting to go to codex before 11th. Okay, Votan. I'm gonna say Votan. Votan deserve no codex, and it's sad for them. But my worry is World Eaters because that World Eaters got the shit end. Maybe it's just World Eaters. Nah, Votan. Votan for sure. Votan's getting it.
All right, Anthony and Francois are neck and neck. Dickie is always relegated to last place, it seems. Another episode where he is going to lose.
I won last time. God damn it.
No.
All right, we can't have Anthony Vanilla on the show without talking about his favorite subject, tier lists.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Tier lists are the most popular format for 40K channels to earn them some love from the YouTube algorithm as well as to drum up some conversation with fans. Because you guys are some of the best and brightest minds around, I want to know what is going to be the next hot format for the 40K content creation sphere to take the community by storm.
Ooh.
All right. So, are you guys familiar with the sport hobby of chess boxing?
Yes, actually, I am.
No.
Get prepared for Oklahoma Drill's 40K.
Oh.
Boom.
All right, Dickie, what's the future of 40K content creation?
The next biggest. Okay, so what would be more ridiculous than playing 40K? Playing 40K on an island. Only island. That's it. You're got a loincloth. You maybe have to whittle dice out of coconuts. I don't fucking know.
Did you just make this Naked and Afraid 40K?
Yeah, I think that's where I went with this. Even models. You need to whittle models out of driftwood, and then the winner gets to leave, and the loser's got to stay on the island. Suck it up, Buttercup.
So now it's Survivor
Yeah,
40K. Francois, you're up next.
Obviously, Big Brother house, but with whatever Airbnb players are staying at for team events. So you follow a team and you wire the entire Airbnb for sound and picture. And actually, I take it back. That would be a terrible idea. I take it back. No, not that.
It's bad.
Oh, Francois, you had to put that visual into my mind, and because of that, you lost some points. Anthony manages to steal the lead from you. So congratulations, Anthony, on your first victory here
Collusion.
on Warp News Showdown.
Collusion.
As is your right of the winner of this episode, it is your chance to monologue to the audience about whatever you want, and they have to listen to you, but be mindful. Your co-host will be in your ear and be able to chat to the audience as well. Take it away, Anthony. Congratulations.
Oh, 100%.
Listen up, listeners. Right now, you're going to be watching, a wonderful Wargames live stream. Joe's great. things are going to be going well, but you might have the terrible misfortune of having to watch Nassim play.
Oh no.
And with that comes great responsibility. And by great responsibility, I mean you need to donate in small amounts, but many times, over and over again, to try and get Joe to heckle Nassim while he plays in whatever way you can. And you can try and get other viewers that are at the event to bother him. Just small donations, $4, $3, $4, $5 to just like throw a coin at him and stuff. Just
Yeah.
really disrupt his focus for his 40-minute long games. And
40 minutes.
you can ask him that if you so choose. He may get upset with you, but I won't be there to reap these consequences, so go nuts. If Innes is still in the game, find him and just like tap him on the shoulder and walk away. Don't say anything, don't introduce yourself. That's pretty much it. Those are my great directions. Also, please refer to Ben Jurek as Mr. Ladders for the remainder of the weekend. That is all.
Nice.
Good luck. Enjoy your LVO, people.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm really glad that you joined me and had a great time. Anthony, as a first-time guest, you did a great job. I was actually really impressed. I was a little worried about you because Innes had the best reactions last time, but you managed to come in and crush it. So great job, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us,
prepared.
folks. Don't forget to check out all these guys' other shows. Above me, Dickie's on Old World News and
Panhammer.
Panhammer. Of course,
Old World
Panhammer.
News.
I thought you said I really thought you said Old Man War News, and I was like, that's the best.
Isn't it Old World Charm?
Nope, we're making an old man news now. Sorry, Adam.
I'll talk to Adam about that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, folks. I hope you really enjoyed this episode of Warp News Showdown. I do apologize about the scuffness. Hopefully, Joe made it and had a great drive out there, and you guys are having a great LVO. If you want to support Joe, of course, be a member of the channel. If you want to support me, head over to my YouTube channel, give it a like and a thumbs up. But until next time, have a good one and take it easy.